welcome to the Festival of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Rosella CALAUTI. I am an author of the book Friends Here, There, Everywhere, and I am also a teacher in high school. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about my book, which came from pure inspiration. I had discovered that I was going to be an aunt for the first time. And I was very passionate. I'm a very passionate teacher. I love my job and I love my students. And I found them very inspiring. They touched my heart, and Friends came about. Within a year, it transpired from a classroom assignment. I was taking a course at SUNY New Paltz, getting a second master's, and the teacher assigned us to write a book. So that's when Friends came about and got transformed into this colorful children's book. And I was hoping that I could read it to you today. Okay, what subject am I teaching? I am actually a family and consumer science teacher, and I teach grades 9 through 12. I'm the elective teacher in the building, so I teach human development, child development, career and finance, and then I have a section of teaching students intro to food. So it's beginning cooking class. So I have a variety. Way back, it used to be, we know it as home and careers, home ec. So it's had many names. So now it's family and consumer sciences, and that's what I teach in a high school. But anyways, Friends, like I said, I'd like to read it to you. Friends are here waiting to meet. So greet those around you with a smile and say hello. Introduce yourself to others you may want to know. Here is our school. Inside, friends can listen and learn together. Lee's fear of talking in front of the class disappeared quickly when he realized he was part of a class community. And that's something I think is very important. I think a lot of children find school their safe space. And the playground, right? Cooperative skills and making friends is very important. So here is our playground. Outside, we can run, jump, and play games with our friends. Salvatore and Lori enjoy riding the seesaw, but Lee thinks the slide is more fun. Brandy and Erica like to ride the swings instead. Friends are there to help and tell each other they care. Lee and Brandy like to play dress up. Lee wants to be a doctor when he grows up. Friends are there. Brandy and Lori are making a cake for Salvatore's birthday. Shh, don't tell him. There are some friends near who share their toys. There are some friends far away who we must write a letter or send an email. Salvatore and Erica became pen pals when she moved away. Friends are everywhere. Lori met her best friend Lee when she joined the Jungle Soccer Club team. We can join clubs that do things we think are fun too. Friends are everywhere, so we must look beside and between. Friends are to the left, and friends are to the right. Friends are above, and friends are below. Friends are down the street at Lee's house, climbing up a tree. Friends are around the neighborhood. Salvatore met Brandy when she moved into the same apartment building. Friends are met through the community. Some friends remain through thick and thin. Brandy and Lori have been friends for a long time. They met on a camping trip and had fun toasting marshmallows together. Best friends are those who care and those who share. Lori, Salvatore, Brandy, and Lee promise to be friends forever. Making friends. Greet those you meet with a smile and say hello. Introduce yourself and ask them how they are. Say something nice. Give them a chance to speak. Listen, share, and just be you, because friends will laugh at your jokes and make you feel good. Reach out. There's nothing to fear because friends are here, friends are there, friends are everywhere. So as you can see, Friends is a great community book, something that's very important today, especially coming out of COVID. You have these children and even adults. We've been isolated for so long that friendship is something we naturally desire. And I think it's important that we promote community involvement, connections with people, and interacting instead of also always being on technology, right? The phones, they have their own language on those phones that other people don't even know what they're talking about. So we have to get back to basics sometimes. I think that's a very important thing. So how do you let kids open up to their parents or someone older than them? I think it starts from the beginning. I think you have to build a foundation and start. That's why Friends, starting young and having open conversations with them and being involved in what they do and what they like to do. It may be a childlike event, but if you do it with them, like video games, play them with them, be involved with them, know what they're doing, have conversations with them, talk to them about what friendship is and what friendship isn't. And I believe just always being open and that kind of thing would help. I'm getting requests for cooking. Oh, I don't know if I'll be doing it this week. I was going to do a little activity, but that's an idea. If people are interested, I'll have to think about that time. Or maybe I could post some on my website. So back to Friends. Like I said, Friends was written when I was seeking my second master's at SUNY New Paltz. And it recalls many of my own childhood memories because, like I said, we weren't watching a computer screen or an iPad or a phone. These kids spend hours, I would say, even school, they're constantly on their phones. That we used to go outside and play. We met with the neighborhood kids. We played baseball. We swam. We did all kinds of things. We rode our bikes. And now it's a totally different world. So I think it's really important that you enforce that friendship and teach children how to interact with others. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely. Yeah. So it is a great picture book I would recommend for newborns all the way up to age 5 or 6. It has very colorful pages, as you probably noticed. And it's eye-catching because you have these imaginary characters, and little children love to pretend. They love to become somebody else. And it encourages them to overcome their fears and to investigate their communities and build strong friendships. It wasn't so much about writing when I wrote the book as it was about the pictures. I'm a visual person. I have an art background, and I wanted the perfect illustrations to express my learning, observations, and experiences. In my encounters with children, I noticed they had some common challenges. Being separated from home for the first time at a toddler age, like from parents, family, or caregivers, and coming to school. Some adapted immediately, but others, it was a struggle. Toddlers begin at that point learning to share. That's something they need to learn. Friends who was created with this in mind. It introduces children to the community outside of home and encourages discovery. It shows friends sharing and caring for others. And it shows diversity. You have a variety of characters, which were also created that way purposely, right? We have lions, rabbits, we have a little girl, we have a panda. So those are the main characters, and they're all so different, but yet they're still friends. And I think the cover expresses that main idea of the book very well, right? You have this girl waving to the universe and all around to the stars, the clouds, the sky, and her friends on the moon and the earth. So near and far, right? Just what the book expresses. So each character, like I said, also the names were selected. Yes, I see a question coming in. As a teacher, what are your thoughts on students using tablets as substitute to a book and a notebook? So like I've said before, I find technology has its benefits. And yes, there is a way to use it. I think books can be very entertaining, and academically learning can take place on them. And the note taking, it makes it easier. So I think it is a good tool. I do think what we need to do is limit the usage sometimes on them, because I personally, I mean, I don't know, in the long run, being all those hours on technology, how is that going to affect them? Like even health wise, think about using your fingers and your hands and your wrists all day. I mean, I don't know we don't really know as a society what the long run is, what I'm saying, from these effects. But this is our society today. We're using that technology in school. We're on Chromebooks all day. So like I said, it has its place and it has its benefits. I just think people need to be aware of the time limits on it. Book is not just about making friends. I think it has a deeper meaning aside from. Thank you very much. Yeah. So it addresses some of the common issues today, and it's meant to open up conversations with children. And like I said, each character was selected specifically and has a name that was given to him from somebody I know, like my nephew Salvatore. He was my new nephew that inspired the book. So I made him the lion. So the other ones are a variety of people and students that I've met. And I made them imaginary in a lot of the instances just because children like to dress up, they like to pretend. So, especially at that young age. So, like I said, the story was written to support children in those first encounters. And it takes them through the community, things outside of the home, outside of the phone, outside of the iPad, which I think is very important that we don't lose that. They interact together and they build bonds. They talks about sharing and caring for others, and that conversation and those communication skills. We need to keep them up and encourage it. And also there is an academic side to the book because it does introduce children to opposites, right? We saw that. Things are above, things are below, things are to the left, things are to the right. And then we have the adverbs, which are right on the front cover. Here, there, everywhere. I think it's a great book, not only for children. I think the book is a great conversation starter because it opens up a topic. And that allows you to speak to children more about about communication, about friendship. So it's an opening thing. So I think that's how it can be used. And there's lots of great craft activities you can do with it to further their understanding of the topic. Like I mentioned before, mask making, puppets, become a character you want to be and talk to them about that character. Who is that character? What is it about? And also build their creativity through that way. So, and like I said, it's a great beginner book, basic words, can easily read it, a bedtime story, and it's great. Parents, grandparents, teachers, caregivers would enjoy reading it, I think, because of what it brings. And it helps children become more independent and provides opportunities for them to talk to their children more, to encourage that behavior from a very young age. So I would recommend it to anyone. It's a great gift with the holidays coming up, if somebody's having a baby. So I'm sure they would love Friends. And I also would invite you to explore it more. Like I said, I have a website. It's going across the banner there. CALAUTI.com. Thank you. I tried to make it simple because children need simple. They don't like too much reading. Like they don't like too many words. It's hard for them to grasp. So if we keep it simple, especially at a young age, it's easier for them to grasp the idea of the book. So like I said, you can visit my website. I have a couple YouTube videos out. It is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and of course at Reader's Magnet website. So I look forward to coming back next, I think Saturday night or Sunday night. I will be here at 7. Does anyone have any questions before I say goodbye? Yeah, especially at the young age, they like the pictures. That's why I said even newborns, they're attracted to colors. Thank you again. And I'm going to say goodbye.